Hello and welcome back to Talking Wolves. My name is Matt Cooper and we're here with another match review, match reaction, and it's a disappointing one. And once again, it's not because of the performance that the Wolves players put in, it's because of VAR. Bit of a weird selection from Nuno to start with. We went with 4 changes. I don't think any of us were expecting as many changes coming into this game, but maybe that's a statement to the Premier League or the powers that be, that having to play the champions of England and the obviously newly elected champions of England, Liverpool, in the space of 40 odd hours is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, he's not played Raul, he's not played Adama, he's not played Sace either, so it's very much a weakened Wolves side. But Wolves, they didn't start too well. Liverpool had a lot of possession, lots of possession, but didn't really do that much with it. I think Wolves sat back and contained, and did so fairly well. I thought Kilman had a good game. Bennett slotted in nicely too. But yeah, they contained and frustrated Liverpool, which is exactly what I think Nuno would have wanted, to try and get in at half time and to keep it at 0-0, and then maybe bring on the bigger boys, the Adamas, the Raúls, towards the end of the game. But it was Wolves who had a couple of chances before Liverpool scored. Jota bodied Virgil van Dijk or Gomez, I can't remember one. And Neto did the same and managed to get through on goal. But the problem is Wolves were that deep. There was no support for the front two, and the balls just weren't sticking as they were going forward. So it just became so frustrating for watching that, thinking if only we could commit some more bodies forward here. But credit to the team, they stuck to the shape and they did what they needed to do until Liverpool scored. Now, I don't have any qualms about the decision of the handball, because it's not a handball. It's hit him on the top of his shoulder, and we know that's not a handball, so that's completely fine. The thing that I'm aggrieved by is the fact that if you cast your minds back to Leicester, first game of the season, do you remember Bolly's goal? The Dendoncker goal that hit Bolly? Hit him in the exact same place that Lallana took that shot down with, and that was ruled as a handball. So where is the consistency with VAR? And then to top it off, in the build-up to the goal, which was the pass played by Van Dijk, he handballs the ball, which hit him just there on his arm, and VAR didn't even check it. Now, they've looked at it at half-time, according to the Sky Sports pundits and Richard Keys. Sky Sports have said it's inconclusive, which is obviously a load of rubbish, and Richard Keys has said that it was too far back in the build-up. So it was too far back in the build-up. However, Van Dijk played the ball for Lallana, who then played it on to Mane and scored. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Wolves are still the only team not to have a decision overturned in their favour. That's 6 decisions now against them. That's more than any other Premier League club. And we're not just, crying about it because it's Wolves, it always happens to Wolves. It's a joke. It's the inconsistencies. VAR was brought in to eliminate clear and obvious errors. These aren't clear and obvious errors. If you're needing to watch it back 1 minute, 2 minutes, it's not clear and obvious. It should be a split decision like goal line technology, and that's fine. It's now apparent that VAR was only brought in so the powers that be can manage the games a little bit more. It's a bit of a sickener. But if we do look at the goal, Cody has stepped forward, which we've seen him do the last couple of weeks, where he's kind of gone to press and the balls came in behind him, and Bennett and Kilman are a little bit deeper, and that's why they played Lallana on side, and Lallana's got in between Kilman and Cody, who's, to be fair to him, he's taken the ball down very well, and then Mane slotted it home. So I think Wolves would have been disappointed to go in at 1-0, but then we had the Neto goal, which I was jumping around the living room thinking, I can't believe, like, Neto's got himself on the score sheet in the league. Fantastic. Who I thought he played really, really well, to give credit to him. But the ball's been played out to Johnny on the right, who's done really well. The ball's come across the box, and Neto's duly dispatched he's finished with great aplomb. And yeah, we thought fantastic. They're back in the game here. Probably didn't deserve it, but we're back in it. and then good old VAR decides to check it again. Now, I'm still not sure with this one. I've looked at it back, and I'm not sure whether he's offside. I don't feel with the offsides they either are offside or they're not. It's it's not subjective. It's either a yes or no, and if he is offside, that is fair enough. What can you do about it? But Wolves' heads must have dropped. Surely they must have dropped going in, having those two decisions go against them, against the best team in the world at the minute. You think you'd go in with their heads dropped, but they came out and in the second half they were a lot better. Wolves played really well, and they made Liverpool look average in the second half, which is why it's so frustrating that we've come away from nothing there. It made the change in the 57th minute where Adama came on, and they marshalled him out of the game for large parts. Mane was coming across, and Wijnaldum, which we saw with Man City doing. We saw Rodri, Mendy and Bernardo come across as a three. Well, that happened today with Wijnaldum, Mane and Robertson, and they did usher him out, but it was only a matter of time before he got going. But Wolves are having more joy down the left-hand side. Vinagre was superb. It was kind of his coming of age today. To come up against Trent, who's been dubbed as one of the best right backs in the world. He had his pants down. He had his pants down every time he went forward. Now Trent is a fantastic player. Got great delivery, great going forward. However, today he was found wanting defensively, and little old Vinagre has had him on toast every time he's gone forward. So to see Sky Sports give him man of the match is very strange, but it's Carragher calling it, isn't it? So it's going to be a little bit biased towards Liverpool. But Wolves had chances. They had Jota robbed Van Dijk of the ball. All right, it's a tight angle, but he's gone top left instead of trying to drill it back across the goal. But Wolves had the chances. Martini on the edge of the area, so they created, and it's funny that the only time that Wolves haven't scored this season is when VAR has overturned the decision. So it's a frustrating one, but the lads put in a fantastic performance. You could tell towards the end, Patricio had the ball, claimed the ball, and no one was breaking forward. They were absolutely shattered, and they left everything out on the pitch there. But Liverpool now go on to win the title after we did them a favour against Manchester City only 48 hours ago. But it's a frustrating one with VAR because it could have been a lot more of a different game should those decisions not have stood. But it's not going to go away anytime soon, and that's Wolves' last game of the decade, and what a decade it has been. We've been down in the dumps, we've been to League One, and to see us turn it around like so, and flying high in the Premier League and Europa League, you've got to think about the bigger picture and what Nuno's done here. It's been a tremendous job, and we now go to Watford on New Year's Day, hopeful of a win, and I'm sure they'll go there and put in a great performance, and we'll see the usual starting 11 that we usually do. But guys, leave your thoughts and comments in the section down below. If you're new here, please subscribe and like the video. What are your thoughts on VAR? Leave those comments down below, and have a fantastic new year. See you all soon.